Hello again, folks. Welcome back to BSG at Home 2020. We are benefiting Mind, and we now have the next one, which is going to be Batman Arkham City with Xoneris. So please take it away.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Xoneris. How's it going, everybody? Coming at you with this lovely game again. Some of you might have seen my Batman Arkham City speedrun ESA a week ago, 2 weeks, a few days, I don't know.
Ago, it was some ago.
Exactly. And you can already hear one major change compared to that run. I have a co-commentator today with me. Introduce yourself, friend.
Hello, I'm Robo Sparkle. Those of you who are as old as I am and can remember the Stone Age and when you used to have to use a phone to dial into the internet, will remember that I used to run this game. So super exciting to finally get to talk about it again after so long.
Yeah, Robo is one of the OGs of this game. Speedrun this game before it was like a cool thing to speedrun, I guess.
Yeah. Although the run's changed so much, so you're going to do loads of things that go, what the hell was that?
Exactly. You're also kind of a console runner, while there's a few major differences now between that and this game, like PC.
Yeah, the main one being the PC's faster.
Yeah.
You pay to win people.
So yeah, this game has a rather lengthy intro, so let's get started. But before we do that, I'm gonna need to know the winner of the skin that you can select right here at the start of the game with a little cheat code.
Okay, well, we've had $10 toward euros. Let me get it right. Bad. 10 euros towards Earth 1, but the winner with 69 euros and 70 cents is 1970s Batman.
Nice. Inappropriate.
So yeah, I hope you guys have your anti-shark repellent sprays ready for the 1970s Batman suit. So for Tech Guy, timing is a little bit awkward. Normally we have an auto timer thing. So I'll give you like a 3, 2, 1, but we'll try our best, okay? So 3, 2, 1, 1.5, go.
Perfect. That was amazing.
Okay, so we start out with the Twitching Cloak here by Hugo Strange. And yeah, hey, what's up? This is a Batman Arkham City, the second game in the Batman Arkham series. It's cool. More cloaking, Twitching Cloak here. Alright, cool. Run is now blessed.
Yeah.
This here is the lovely face of Hugo Strange. He's one of the million antagonists in this game, as you can see behind me here. And yeah. So we start out in this cell, in the dark cell. Can't see. Oh, hey, we can see. So we started as Bruce Wayne.
That's not Batman.
Exactly. We started as Bruce Wayne. I'm not sure why we start out as Bruce Wayne. He's only a very minor character in the entire Batman universe, so I'm not sure what's up with that. I guess creative freedom of developers, I guess.
I think maybe they just wanted to show that Strange has just been pulling random people off the street to put into his mega prison, like political prisoners, and just any, I guess any innocent billionaire can just find himself randomly thrown into prison. Yeah,
so we get thrown into prison. The difference here, Arkham City is an entire city of prisoners, because I don't know, they ran out of space in the old Arkham Asylum, I guess.
Yeah, they just cordoned off a whole section of Gotham and turned it into a prison. Makes sense.
Yeah, basically. I mean, it sounds very feasible, right? Like there's ton of real world equivalents of like an entire prison city, right?
Yeah.
Very feasible thing. So yeah, anyway, Bruce Wayne here gets thrown in here because of some political demonstrations or something against this entire thing, I believe. I don't know. I haven't seen the cutscene that explains why he's in here in like forever. Maybe Robo remembers? I don't know.
Yeah, the cutscene immediately preceding the one that you skipped, one of the many you skipped, basically has it's a report on Bruce, giving a big speech on people are just being thrown away, they're disappearing off the streets and there's no trials, there's no due process, it's all very dodgy, and then he just gets nabbed by the Tiger soldiers, who are essentially, at this point, they are basically Strange's private army.
I guess.
Yeah, it all makes sense.
let me know when you've got a second, because we've received a nice chunky donation just now.
Sure, the first 6 minutes are kind of boring, so go right ahead.
Okay, fantastic. Well, we have received an 80 euro donation from Dino the Last Tophus, who says, good luck all, and look forward to seeing you all later with Mislud and The Last of Us. Well, thank you very much indeed, Dino. 80 euros towards Mind, which is bringing us up to 500 euros raised already for Mind. So well done, everyone. Thank you so much for all your generous donations.
Yeah, thanks for the generosity, by the way. We just, by the way, found out that Bruce Wayne, for a rich guy, or I guess we'll find out just now again, for a random rich guy, he is a pretty capable fighter for some very unknown reasons.
Turns out billions of dollars can buy you a lot of personal fitness training.
I guess, yeah, that's true, probably. So we got right at the start here. Like, we're not even technically inside the prison city yet, and we already get captured by this guy, by Penguin. He's like arch nemesis, kind of Bruce Wayne or something, because both are rich, but Bruce Wayne is richer, so the other guy who's not as rich is kind of jealous or something. So we're still in handcuffs, and there are these 5 guys here. And yeah, look at him, he breaks out of handcuffs. What an absolute mad lad. And now we're gonna beat up some dudes here.
Oh, it all makes sense. I mean, you know, Penguin's in a prison city. He probably can't get hold of sturdy handcuffs. That's clearly the only reasonable explanation. Otherwise, you have to accept that this random billionaire can just break handcuffs.
Yeah, also, as you can see, Bruce Wayne can jump quite a lot. Also, you can take out Penguin by just sliding into him. It's like football, I guess.
Yeah, you get the option of taking him out. And if you don't take him out, then during this climb, then he just taunts you. Oh, you couldn't face me, could you, Bruce? Run away.
Yeah, well, technically you don't need to take him out. You just need to wait a few seconds before you can actually climb this entire thing. So I just do it every time because it kind of looks funny while you slide into him and just take him out.
Not exactly.
It also turns out, by the way, that Bruce Wayne here is probably a member of the Assassins, because look at his climbing skills and stuff. This is some parkour mastery right here. Only the assassins of Assassin's Creed can do.
Well, he's got fingertips of steel and no dive roll around the corner. Half a second.
So yeah, we're talking to the butler Alfred for some reason, and total coincidence, this thing here lands on top.
Yeah, and it turns out Batman appeared.
Yeah, it turns out Batman. He looks a little bit stiff here. I don't know.
Hmm.
And now there's some magic here. We see Bruce Wayne, and now it's Batman. Whoa! Where did Bruce Wayne go? By the way, skin changed as well. Here's the skin you donated for everybody. Hope you enjoy.
Alfred, I took it in.
It was well worth those 69 euros and 70 cents.
Exactly. So we start out by hacking this little chip we like Bruce Wayne stole from the guy at the very start. He somehow gave it to Batman. We didn't really see it, but he did. Trust me. And now we can listen into these guys' communication, which is nice, I guess. Here's the first objective of our game.
That doesn't sound good.
No, it does not.
Some excellent dialogue here.
Oh yeah.
May not bode well for Miss Kyle.
If there's one person in Arkham,
Alfred's so eloquent. Love it.
Yeah, talking about dialogue, I just want to quickly mention this right now. Technically, it's a little bit faster to play this game in Spanish, I believe, is like the fastest language. It's like...
Yeah, it's like 12 seconds, isn't it, for an 80% run?
12, 8, 6, I don't remember. It's just a few seconds. But I personally really like the English dialogue. There's some very funny moments with the English dialogue. And that's why I chose that. Like...
I mean, the English dialogue gives you Mark Hamill, gives you Kevin Conroy, Strong. What more could you ask for, really? Not to diss the other languages, but yeah, there's some stellar voice acting work in this game.
I'm not sure if you got to see that, by the way, but I'm playing on the easy difficulty. There's a speedrun for the easy difficulty and for the hard difficulty. Oh, there's one guy still alive.
He went to get a chair. He was tired from all the fighting and wanted to have a sit down.
Yeah, I'm playing on easy because I'm I don't know. I'm bad at the game.
It's the most popular category. It's the fastest category. I guess one of the big differences is how you manage your experience, because in hard mode you definitely wouldn't do the fight like that. You'd have to kind of knock down all of the goons and pretty much do ground takedowns on all of them, which are instant knockouts, but they take ages and they leave you vulnerable. There is a kind of glitch where you can do an instant takedown cancel. You can cancel that with a quick bat's claw, but it's quite finicky to pull off. And if you fail to pull it off in hard mode, it really doesn't take long for a room full of goons to kill Batman.
True. By the way, you all missed a very important dialogue line from Hugo Strange saying that the Protocol 10 will start in 10 hours. Ah, shit.
And the run doesn't end with Protocol 10, so basically we've got another 10 hours of this speed run, and then the ending.
Hope you guys are comfy, because we will here for a little bit more than 10 hours. So here's technically a little skip you can do. You can skip this fight, but it's really precise. I kind of messed it up. Or like, I didn't mess it up, I pressed like a little bit too late.
Yeah.
And
This game...
Harley Quinn. Yay.
Oh, there she was. This game doesn't have so many like scripted fights that you have to do so much as all doors lock kind of if you're in the middle of a fight. So there are actually fights that you can skip that you sort of shouldn't be able to skip, but the game definitely allows you to skip if you're stealthy. And there's a lot of those sorts of fights, there's no like easy way to get in, so you kind of have to rely on the goons like facing the right way and landing perfectly. So it's a mixture of luck and execution on that.
So yeah, talking about great dialogue, by the way. Harley Quinn is in this game. She looks nice, I guess.
Oh yeah.
So here you can manipulate Harley Quinn a bit while she's in her dialogue here. She's walking towards Batman wherever you are. And I'm deliberately standing at the door, so she's closer at the door because she needs to leave. It's like a tiny safe.
Attacking armed thugs head on is
and listen.
suicide. I need to disappear. Pick them off silently, one by one.
That's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna disappear and pick them off silently, one by one.
One by one, remember that.
He's gonna get
Important.
us. Die, bitch.
Or maybe two at once, who knows.
Yeah. This is kind of meant to be a tutorial on how to use a smoke bomb and grapple out of safety, but what it actually teaches you here is that Batman can get shot in the face while he's in smoke and it won't hurt him.
Yeah, also, talking about disappearing, if you look closely, it's actually two of these goons who disappear instead of Batman. It's crazy.
I mean, he's Batman. I mean, he can do anything, can't he?
Very true.
Well, he can make goons disappear. Don't worry.
Do we have time for a quick donation?
Sure.
Okay, we've received €5 from Ghost LF without any comment, but thank you very much indeed for your generous donation.
I got the falling guy again, Rip. So,
I'm in a crime scene. I should investigate.
this is something that can happen sometime if you climb up this tower too fast, I guess. There's this guy just falling into the abyss or something. I don't know. As far as I remember, nobody really knows what's happening. It just loses you time. It looks kind of goofy. But yeah, so because Batman is also kind of a big brain detective, he concluded that in this tower somebody shot Catwoman in a cutscene that you did not get to see. And you know, there's this tower, I guess, and you just need to wait here, and whenever Joker says the line, you have to worry about the bombs, you can leave. Or rather, jump out of the tower while it explodes.
It's great, because if you wait in there, not that you ever would in a speedrun, but Joker then kind of gives you a little speech. He goes, aren't you going to leave at some point? You know, I bet you can't find me. Wink, wink, hint, hint. He clearly doesn't want to kill you there, but if you wait long enough, he will eventually detonate them. Threatening like 6 times to kill you.
Yeah, by the way, you also saw me pick up a Riddler trophy. There's also the balloon here, which I just took out with a Batarang. That's just some... Wow, okay, cool. That's some bonus XP. There are a few abilities that I need to be... that I will be getting throughout this run. Some of them very important. And you mostly get XP, you know, from fights and stuff, but I will be collecting some of these Riddler trophies and killing some of these balloons that just give a tiny weeny bit amount of bonus XP, which is kind of useful.
It's like 25 XP, but it's free. It literally costs you 0 time to get. You can, because you can throw batarangs while moving, you can even actually just glide through it. Interestingly, in the old version of the route, like this is probably the first back in my day moment. Oh. Back in my day, we used to get the grapnel boost, which was an add-on that allows you to basically kind of zip a lot faster with the grapnel and get a kind of faster glide out of it. And the thing is with the way the route's changed in the meantime, it's no longer faster to get that because it costs you about 3 minutes to get, and having the grapple boost probably saves about 2 minutes. So it's not quite faster. But one of the benefits of having the grapple boost is in order to get it, you have to complete a little training exercise, which also gives you a bunch of bonus experience. It's especially useful here in hard mode because it means you have access to the next couple of combat upgrades, which make the fight a lot easier.
Yep. So luckily we can skip that by now because people have figured out ways to circumvent getting that upgrade. Also, this suit apparently makes Batman completely and utterly resistant to any sort of heat. He was only like a few inches off of like burning molten something. Doesn't matter. He's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, you could just hold forward into those if you wanted, and it would merely impede your progress. It wouldn't even hurt much.
So there's Dr. Stacy. She says that she needs help, and we will get to that in just a second.
And that's a huge number of goons. I hope you don't have to fight all of them at once.
Man, that would be hard, right?
Yeah,
I don't care who you are. You're not taking out like 30 guys just by yourself, right?
Exactly. That's just completely impossible.
Unless you're like Bruce Lee or something, but...
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. Okay, it's
not
quite
some of them left. That's useful.
No, I missed it. So here's a good moment quickly to talk about the combat. So if you never played this game, whenever somebody is trying to attack you, you see these blue lightning bolts above their head. This is an indication that they're about to attack you. You can counter those attacks, but the animation for that is generally slow. And what you try to see me is... Oh, there's this guy still left. Okay. So what you see me doing is whenever somebody's trying to attack me, I'll try to attack into like the opposite direction of that guy that is attacking me. So I can dodge his attack without actually countering his attack. And you just bounce from one enemy to the next like that until all of them are like gone. Because
a lot of the combat is about... A lot of the combat is about flow. If you get a good flow, then it is actually almost impossible for enemies to hit you in, especially in easy mode. You actually can do a regular attack against the guys who are trying to attack you, which definitely speeds things up. Also, doing a regular attack does more damage than a counter anyway. Later on in the game, it's possible for more than one enemy to attack you at the same time. If you doing like double or triple counters, looks pretty cool. It does no damage to the enemies. So you kind of want to avoid those if you can.
Yeah, kind of. So this here is the first room where we get introduced to enemies with guns. You know, guns are scary and stuff.
It's the second if you count the church. That was really a tutorial, though.
Yeah, that's right. And here you will be seeing me for the first time. This is like the main reason, or like the main way of taking out goons, like that. But remember... Oh, he's going that way. What a little...
Ooh.
And you go down again. So that's like the main form of taking out guys. Whenever you can, you just pull them over a railing, they fall down, and that's enough damage to like knock them out. And that is super cool. And depending on the height, you know, remember, Batman does not kill people. That's like his code of honor. He never, ever, 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 ever kills anybody.
Also, the floor doesn't kill anyone either. They're all still alive.
Yes. When you pull out somebody head first over a railing like that and he lands head first, like, definitely not dead. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's like a special technique and stuff. Don't Don't worry about it.
Yeah, if you look at the corpse, I mean body, afterwards when it's prone on the floor, then Batman's got a heartbeat indicator, and it tells you that the guy's just knocked out and not actually.
Oh, by the way, listen to this line.
Call 10 will commence in 9 hours.
Okay, so
Company
apparently
an hour to run.
we're already 1 hour into the run. So far it's been going really good. That's cool.
Yeah, the hour already flew by.
Yeah. Time flies by when you enjoy yourself, is like the common saying, right?
Yeah, so I think this is the first major skip of the run.
Yep. If we don't tell you, this is kind of a skip you probably wouldn't even realize. If you played this game, you know that there's a fight here, but I'm gonna tell you that is wrong. Like, if you remember here being a fight, that's wrong. There is no fight here.
Mr. Hammer is not a thing until much later in the game.
Yes. By the way, this is the only unskippable cutscene in the game, so friends, Tiny Tim, if you have anything to say, plug something, read donations, anything, you have like a minute or two.
Okay, thank you very much indeed.
Stay hydrated, by the way.
Indeed, always stay hydrated. Well, we'd just like to remind you that we are the Benelux Speedrunner Gathering, and we organise bi-monthly gatherings in the Benelux for speedrunners. Due to the situation surrounding COVID-19, we're currently doing our extended BSG online event instead of our week-long annual, with streamers from both the Benelux and the rest of the world bringing you entertainment during the lockdown. We're raising money for Mind, which is a nationwide organisation committed to prevent mental health issues and to support everyone who has dealt with mental issues themselves or within their family. All of your donations will go to Mind. We'd also like to thank ESA for supporting the event and for allowing us to stream on their channel. For information about their upcoming events and any changes due to the COVID-19 outbreak, be sure to check out esamarathon.com.
Hell yeah.
Actually, Mind's a brilliant charity. My work has Mind as their nominated charity that they support. They do a lot of great things. But I think also, what a great charity to be supporting in a game which is kind of about what happens when you don't have good mental health support. You get Gotham.
I didn't even think about that, but that is kind of true, yeah. So yeah, the cutscene is over now. So that was like
a quick change.
That was, oh yeah, custom change again here. And yeah, so we got some plot here. So as you've seen, if you remember from Arkham Asylum, the last boss there, you fight Joker. He gets like intoxicated by this stuff that Bane has or something, I believe. And
it's a sort of mutation / improvement of his Venom formula.
Yeah, and Joker takes in a lot of that, and it turns out that was not insanely healthy for him. And yeah, Joker is currently dying slowly, and he kind of blackmailed Batman here by infusing some of his blood into Batman. So Batman is also slowly dying, and now the main objective is to save yourself and also save Joker and also everybody else, because Joker shipped his blood to everybody else somehow, and you know, Joker is kind of a dick like that.
Yeah, Joker's got a lot of blood.
Yeah, apparently. I mean, he said he was like shipping weeks, so he was, I guess. I mean, even weeks. You can't take that much blood of one guy, but you know.
Well, give blood.
Video game logic. Don't worry about it.
Sounds reasonable. So yeah, so these guys outside. That was a kind of pretty swift skip. Ostensibly, this is kind of like one of the instances where the game kind of wants you to be able to sneak in if you choose.
So as we found out, by the way, apparently Dr. Freeze has some kind of cure for all of that, but it got like stolen or like. Oh, okay. Missed the bomb there. That's. Please don't do it. There we go. I missed the smoke grenade there. That was kind of not so cool.
I give up. Look at me.
Oh God, what am I doing here? There we go.
It was very polite of him to like wait until you finished pounding his mate into unconsciousness.
Yeah, I mean, he just shot me, so he had to reload or something, so I guess that is nice. Yeah, so anyway, Penguin, like, abducted Dr. Freeze and the heal thing. Not sure if the heal thing is even made by now. But anyway, like, Penguin has Dr. Freeze, and we kind of need Dr. Freeze to heal everybody. And yeah, so that's basically the new objective now. Freeze. Haha. Nice wordplay. And we gonna look from there. First of all, we need to get out of here because Penguin locked this entire police station down with some very clever password hacking, which is dissect, by the way. Great password. Very secure. We can get out of here.
But more importantly, Batman just downloaded a bunch of codes from the Gotham City Police Department, because that's a thing you can do.
Here's the first...
and speaking of Batman's superpowers.
Okay, let's see. There we go. So, as you can see, Batman does indeed have some superpowers here. He can just fling around the city like that. It's one of the major glitches in this game called zipping. It's kind of weird to explain how it actually works. Like, since we got the rec gun a few minutes ago. Oh, by the way.
Yeah, so
7 hours by now with the Protocol 10. Then time. What is going on?
No.
Time is flying, boys.
what even is time?
Exactly.
I can talk a bit about the corner cover zip if you want.
Sure.
There's a bit of history in there. So, corner cover zipping was actually discovered in this game's predecessor, in Arkham Asylum, where it was found that if you... Essentially, a lot of glitches in this game come from using Batman's animations to interrupt his other animations. Batman is so good, he can even interrupt himself while in the middle of doing something. So, if you're in corner cover, you can kind of aim a Batarang and then interrupt it with another action whilst throwing the Batarang and trying to stand up. And this kind of flings you somewhere in the map, and this is kind of one of the reasons that PC runs are so much faster than console, because where it sends you is kind of dependent on the frame rate of what you're running on, and also the kind of amount of memory as available, because sometimes it won't be able to send you through walls and other times it will. So yeah, and
it's a weird glitch.
Exactly. And then because of that, you can store that particular glitch as well by getting up, by sort of interrupting your interruption of the Batarang animation. And that will allow you to kind of walk around in this sort of storage state. And then Arkham City kind of takes it one step further, because the rec gun, in fact, most of Batman's gadgets can zip you, and they'll kind of zip you into different places, but the rec gun is especially good at it. And I think it's because of its like length of animation, or how it can be interrupted, or something like that. Not exactly sure on why it's so much better with the rec gun, but it is.
Yeah, this speedrun without rec gun would be kind of terrible, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, it was. Just look at my old runs. But yeah, the
Let's go.
Essentially nice, very nice. Yeah, it's just a glitch that we sort of imported from Arkham Asylum.
So yeah, talking about interruptions, this is a new thing that I learned. So if you think this looks a little bit wonky, because it is, normally you punch. I didn't press the button. What happened? Okay, okay, sure.
That's what happens when you don't interrupt it.
I mean, I didn't even press the punch button. He just did it. What? Okay, sure, whatever. This game is weird. So yeah, a lot of things real quick here. So first of all, it turns out that we can't get into the museum and save freeze yet because of these jammers that block our hacking device. So we can't get in, which is unfortunate. So that's our next objective, taking out 3 of these jammer things. Oh, nice. Didn't quite work. Yeah, the next thing with the rec gun, you can interrupt some animations. Like this. It looks kind of weird. You'll get to see that a little bit later. It's kind of an important trick. Where's the last guy? What is he doing? Okay, sure.
I was ages away.
Okay, I guess we just do this.
We also missed, because I was talking, we sort of missed Xoneris getting probably the single most important combat upgrade in Batman's arsenal, which is the multi-Batarang takedown. In hard mode is absolutely vital. Essentially, any prone enemies can be knocked out with special attack as long as you've got above a certain combo.
Sounds
So
Penguin's
very, very
final
good for
jammer
taking
was
groups of
activated somewhere
armed goons
underneath
out
Arkham City.
instantly. And as I say, this is perfectly normal.
Yeah. One thing that I also wanted to mention, so about all the glitches in this game, they're kind of complicated if you don't run this game. It's kind of difficult to explain all the little details that make glitches work and stuff. You just gotta believe us that, like, you know, you can weird shit like this. You can fling into buildings that don't exist, and then you're kind of out of bounds here.
Sounds like Penguin's
Yeah,
final
I mean,
jammer was activated
Arkham City
somewhere underneath
is
Arkham City.
really, really well put together in the sense that you can't, like, you could do 100 casual playthroughs of this and, like, not really find much in the way of glitches at all. But at the same time, if you know where to look, there's like so many walls with holes in, ceilings that aren't really there, but there's just textures, so they kind of look like they're there. So a lot of the skips in this game are just kind of finding where these holes are, and sometimes, yeah, like Xoneris is saying, you can just kind of fling yourself through solid walls.
Signal's blocked again.
What is happening currently?
Penguin's final jammer was activated somewhere underneath.
Normally this is not as difficult as I just make it. Okay, yeah, this is not gonna work.
Doesn't look like you got the subway loaded. Be outside of the subway.
This is unfortunate. I got a PB in this game a few days ago, which was a pretty insane run where everything went really well. Doesn't look like this trick here is technically not that hard. I'm just kind of fail it for no reason whatsoever.
Somewhere underneath Arkham City.
So you have to fly this sort of pattern here. There's a loading zone. If you get to here, you can see something just loaded, and there's some more loading here. So yeah, the entire point of what we're doing right now, the last jammer that interrupts our hacking device is underground. And that is exactly where we're going. Like, this is kind of a weird description of underground. I mean... okay, what just happened? Today's a weird day. I blame everything on the heat. So here's another glitch we're doing. Or not, because I failed it. So it turns out with the rec gun, you can do some more stuff. Like, pretty much, most of the glitches in this game have to do with the rec gun. And here we attempting something that is called a rec jump. So you can do a double jump forward, and you interrupt that with the rec gun, and for some reason Batman gains this momentum upwards. And the rec jump is kind of the reason why we can skip the boost thing that the Robo was mentioning a few minutes ago.
Yeah, because normally you'd need a grapple boost to get up there, but the rec gun is just so broken. This is presumably why they never... In the films, Batman is never given the power to fire electricity out of his arms.
Yeah, okay, sure. That was a bit weird. So we're now here. There's another guy here, okay. Holy shit, what are these guys doing?
Sometimes goons just don't behave. So like with this on easy mode, you can tank enough damage to kind of land, throw a smoke pellet, take out the 3 guys, and then use rec gun cancels to take out the jammer. But that requires a very specific, very specific execution, and also requires the other 2 goons to kind of just behave.
Yeah, this is the last jammer. Here we destroyed again while canceling the animation somewhat. Which looks, again, kind of goofy. Hello, sir. Can you do the thing?
Interestingly, it is actually possible to get into the museum without breaking the jammers. The problem is that your cryptographic sequencer doesn't work until you get the jammers done. So it kind of, unless you... So even though you could technically get into the museum, you wouldn't be able to complete it because the cryptographic sequencer is required for that. It is also possible to get into the museum without activating the jammers in the first place. The problem is if you do that, Penguin and Mr. Freeze aren't present, and you kind of need both of them there. At nobody's presence, it's just eerie and empty.
Yeah, also, we get into here out of bounds, so there's only one way to leave here again, which is kind of the same. Hello, can I? Thanks. Yeah, we enter out of bounds, so we kind of leave out of bounds, which is kind of weird, but it works. So don't question it. This game is flawless, okay? Don't worry about it.
Don't question. Yeah, no, don't question. This is all fine, acting as intended.
What is happening today? What is it? What? Why couldn't I take out this guy? What? Okay, today is a very weird day.
It's all working as intended.
So here we get into the museum again, but there are guys in front again. We try to skip this with a... There we go.
Yeah, there you go. It's basically similar
They
principle.
didn't even realize me. Sometimes when you go in, they say something like, "Oh, it's Batman!" But they didn't know, so they didn't even notice me. So they're doing their guarding job very, very well. Turns out the password, by the way, is dinosaur.
Yeah, they managed to avoid the plot hole of, oh, it's Batman, and then not following you.
Jump scare, by the way.
Oh, I was scared.
I can't do this jump for my life.
He's wearing body armor. I'll need to unleash a series of quick, focused attacks to penetrate.
Batman lies. Okay, the game wants you to use your cape to stun the enemies and then use a beatdown. It's forgetting that you have the rec gun. Why would you do that?
Oh man. Maybe I should have not de-rusted, but played this game once more yesterday. Everything is kind of not so working well right now. Doing all these weird mistakes.
It's the nature of marathon runs. You have to get something going wrong, because otherwise people will claim that it's not real. They prove that it's true.
Okay. Yeah. So we're in the museum now with the password dinosaur. Seems like a hassle to deactivate all of these jammer for dinosaur, but whatever. So it turns out, by the way, you can also cancel door animations with this, and when you do this, things get really, really weird. So normally when you go through a door, it's like the loading zones or the loading triggers of the game. And when you cancel going through a door, the game thinks you went through the door, but without you actually going there. And this allows us to do all of the upcoming things. And please don't blink. Or you can blink. This is gonna take a few minutes here. But the next few things are gonna be very, very complicated and messy, and it's gonna look hella weird.
It looks perfectly normal to me.
Yeah, this is intended gameplay right here. Nothing's wrong here. It's all normal. Please don't fall down. Thank you very much. So we do 2 zips here in this museum area, while everything is kind of not here, but still kind of here-ish, sort of. The collision of things is still here, but the textures are not really here, so we kind of navigate here now with our batarangs. We throw batarangs around so we can see where we're going. I think yeah, there we go. So our goal is to get to that door over there that we can see.
It's sort of like sonar, really, just throwing batarangs.
Yeah, sorta. It's not even wrong.
Yeah. Exactly as intended.
So if you played this game, the entire part here we're just in, this is the entire the frozen thing with the supposedly shark thing. Supposedly.
Yeah.
And
luckily
we just
have a shark propellant, so no shark happened. Yeah,
we just fly over here. We go through the door. Luckily there's a save right after, like an autosave right after. And okay, I guess I clicked it too early. Nice. How very unfortunate. I guess we just, I was just debating. I guess I just want you all to see this entire thing again because it's cool, I guess. Oh, man.
Back.
That is unlucky.
Never mind. In fairness, this is still faster than actually doing that fight because, as the detective mode suggests, you've got to fight like 20 guys, plus you get like an extra round in with a Titan. It takes ages because you kind of have to beat him up a whole bunch of times.
Yeah, we skip a lot with just doing all of this here.
But yeah, and it sort of works because the game will sort of load the collision for the rooms next to the room you're in, or at least most of the collision. It will obviously load all of the textures for the room you're currently in, or at least the room that the game thinks you're in. So if you go 2 rooms away, then the game gets horribly confused and just dumps you into a void, and you fall forever for about like 2.5 minutes, and then the game goes, "Yeah, you're probably dead."
Yeah, sort of. Kind of correct, yeah. So yeah, here is where we fly over the frozen thing. Turns out there's nothing here. Whew, okay. Got scared for a second. The railing didn't appear.
Yeah, the ice that's meant to cover the place is kind of weird collision, because sort of because it loads a certain amount of it, like it's either ice or it's water or it's holes, depending on what point of the story you're in. It kind of makes. This is the only time when you could like sort of fly through it without getting eaten by a shark.
Yeah, so coming up, there's a little mini boss fight. Technically, you can skip this fight, but for my life, I cannot figure out how this glitch works properly, so we gotta do this fight real quick here. So here's Mr. Sickle, because he has the sickle, I guess. But he's missing an arm, so don't worry about that.
The Abramovich brothers, they're both missing arm. One carries a hammer, one carries a sickle.
Symbolism much? Question mark?
Siamese twins.
Look at you. How can you beat me?
Yeah. The reason sort of waits till last is Mr. Hammer and Mr. Sickle both have 50 hit points, essentially, or 50 punches worth of hit points. Any enemy in any combat, if they're the last enemy, goes down to basically 1 hit point where anything will knock them out, even the batarang or counter, which are your weakest moves. The Hammer and Sickle brothers, they reduce from wherever they are to 20, or if they're lower than 20, they just stay where they are. So it's kind of optimal to leave them until the end.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Good that you mentioned it. Basically, the last enemy in every fight just has reduced health because cinematic takedown or something. I don't know why they did that. It's kind of weird, but it's just what they did, I guess.
Yeah, it looks cool.
It's very helpful if you have like really strong enemies like that guy.
So for those of you who are getting really annoyed at the constant level up animation, it's always a thing. Even when I was running the game, you just spend ages with the level up icon going because there's no point in using those until you need the upgrades. It's gone now.
Yeah. By the way, we these three three guys are friends, but after we open the gate, they're kind of not anymore. So because we did the skip earlier with all the invisible area. At the door here, right behind me, this is like everything you see right now was basically the invisible part that we flew over earlier. Same here with this is the frozen thing that we were talking about earlier. The supposedly frozen things.
Unlucky. It is possible to use the wreck jump. You can't do that with grapple boosts, but with the wreck jump you can glide over all that. It's just tough.
So yeah, if you remember, hello? There you go. If you remember, we are still trying to rescue Mr. Freeze from Penguin. It turns out that there's also some undercover cops are supposedly here that we're supposed to free, and we're gonna rescue some of them, but not all of them.
Batman will complain that he needs to rescue all the cops, but the reality is he really doesn't.
Yeah, you just
once you defeat the boss.
Yeah, you just heard it once that he's like Batman is saying to himself that he needs to rescue the undercover cops, but you can just leave the area without doing that.
Batman's on the way, and the last time I saw him, he did...
So here are some actual cops right now that we're supposed to free.
What? Stay quiet.
So here's my favorite tactic again. Yoinking people over railings. That guy definitely not dead. Don't worry about him. That guy also probably fine. Don't worry about him. And the last guy, he's probably also fine. Don't worry about him.
Yeah.
What's happening in there? Have you
Man, he had loads of bats inside him. It's a really good thing you shook those out.
Yeah, apparently. It's a good point. Maybe all these bats like dampen the fall or something. I don't know.
Probably. Yeah. I mean, bats are known to be very soft. It's like pillows. It's like having a whole bunch of pillows.
So that's the...
So yeah, we saved these 3 cops and the 1 cop at the very start of the thing. So there's 4 undercover cops in this entire building. Everything else is a lie. Whenever, like, whatever you heard, it's wrong. It's only 4 of these guys, okay? And now we got an upgrade that is kind of useless most of the time. It's the deactivation of the freeze gun, which Penguin also has now, by the way.
It's exactly 1 use in the rest of the run.
Sort of. Now we do some cool movement here. Don't fall into the water. Very good. My heart always drops a beat when I'm attempting this, because if you fall into the water, it's kind of game over. Oh yeah, here again he says something about freeing other undercover cops or something. I don't know. Maybe Batman is, I don't know. Something is up with him.
Although weirdly enough, you did save a cop by skipping it, because there's a cutscene in the Gladiator pit where Penguin just shoots a cop as
I don't know what you're
he's
talking
trying to
about.
escape. Yeah, and
So...
if you don't get that cutscene, then Penguin doesn't shoot the cop. That's fine.
Damn it! I didn't get it, so I don't even talk about it. Doesn't matter.
yeah, no, that Shoryuken went exactly as intended. The programmers.
So we uppercut Penguin, and we fall through the floor in a cutscene that I just skipped, and now we fight this guy. The undead, immortal guy or so.
What the hell are you doing?
This fight's kind of boring, not gonna lie. So you have these three things on the ground that do things, and you need to take them out 3 times, and that's the fight,
You're asking for
or something. I don't know.
Let's see how much that ugly son of a bitch can
Yeah,
take.
is it time for a few words then?
Sure.
For it.
Oh, to interrupt. Okay, well, thank you very much. I hope everybody is enjoying. You're watching BSG at Home 2020. We would like to thank ESA for supporting the event and for allowing us to stream on their channel. If you're from the UK and would like to attend an event similar to BSG, we highly recommend checking out UKSG. We have an event in Glasgow running 4 times a year for young minds. Obviously, at the moment, our events are online as well, but please be sure to check both BSG, UKSG and ESA for all of our news online to find out what's happening with the various marathons.
By the way, we talked about earlier, right, that the red gun can interrupt animations. I'm bringing that up without any reason whatsoever. I just remind that
it's just a useful thing that will happen later on in the run. I think it's important.
I just felt like mentioning that real quick, because we got to wait here anyway. Also, by the way, Batman can teleport. Just minor side thing.
Yeah. I mean, I love that the creators of the game have stayed true to all of Batman's superpowers. Make them function pretty much as they do in all the other media.
Bloody explosives! I mean it! Those things are antiques!
Yeah, so this all looks incredibly smooth, but actually positioning those is very, very difficult, because if you are too close, and too close is like not even near the lightning in the middle, then you just get that.
Technically, you need to wait for the lightning thing to stop, but if you just position yourself perfectly, you can take these things out a bit early. Oh, okay. So yeah, we took out this guy.
Just you and me left. The bat versus the bird.
And now, yeah, Bat versus the bird. He has a...
Ooh, you're gonna fight Robin?
Oops. So here's another funny thing. Or not. Hello? Man, what is happening?
I mean, Penguins is exceptionally good at dodging your batarangs, though.
So yeah, Mr. Freeze is now free. And more story happens. He can't heal us right away because of some... Oh yeah, we need the DNA or something from Ra's al Ghul to finish the cure. As Oracle explains right now, basically.
Except the ninja exhibit was actually a real ninja.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And she escaped and ran off. And now we have to go and get her. By go and get her, we mean not do that.
Yeah, sort of.
I see you have sent a data.
Because otherwise we meet Robin.
To be honest, I like it.
Or maybe not.
This is a Robinless run.
I hear
Okay.
Pretty standard.
So yeah, this also again very intended gameplay here. Don't worry about it. This is fine.
Back at the processing center.
Yeah, this is where we started with Bruce Wayne. Some minutes ago.
Yeah. Bruce Wayne didn't think of going into the sewers. Otherwise, you know, he'd have skipped the whole start of the game, basically.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, there were like 1 million guards when he was there. Now, literally nobody's at the processing center for some reason.
Please don't hurt me.
Because they knew they had to protect it for Bruce, but against Batman, you know, probably not much of a threat.
Smoke! Okay, some more guys here. There's this guy with that, you know, that interrupts your detective view, so you can't see inside the smoke. So we take that guy out first, kind of.
Go and hide now.
Please help me.
Can I? There we go. That guy over there is kind of hard to yoink over the railing for some reason all the time. There we go. Hey, it worked.
Okay, nice.
So only this guy.
I was going to say, another reason we like Easy so much is you get multiple smokes. We don't get multiple smokes, you still only get the one, but it recharges while you're in the room, and it actually recharges pretty quickly. Whereas in hard mode, you just get the one.
Oh yeah,
So
we
if
rescue
it's not safe.
this nurse, and now she's into us, if like, obviously, as you can see.
Hang on.
Good joke.
Way.
So as you all know, we just did kind of a huge... Oh yeah, by the way, very good dialogue here. Listen.
Thank you.
No problem. Anyway, so yeah.
Oracle, it's me.
Because of the entire the skips we did earlier, we kind of missed getting a gadget from Robin here currently. I don't have it in my inventory, but if I go into this room here, take out these goons here. Yeah, this armor guy can be a bit annoying.
That's why I use the red gun. It's so broken.
Okay, I guess that works. And there we go. Now Oracle says a few lines about something, I guess. Now you go through the door again, and now out of magic, if you look. We have the line launcher. Suddenly appeared. Magic. And we kind of need that line launcher. It's kind of important to progress the game. And now we're gonna do some more glitchy stuff. So we're gonna cancel this door again.
Sure, I think there's like only one point that actually requires the line launcher potentially.
I mean, for the
technically you can
speedrun,
beat the game without. I think technically you can beat the game without the line launcher, but it's required for a skip.
So yeah, we're kind of doing the same thing again as you saw earlier. Navigating some invisible stuff.
Typical Batman stuff.
Man, what is wrong with me today? Nothing is working.
So, what is meant to happen there is Batman's meant to go into this and suffer. We've already like skipped one bit where Batman suddenly gets a lot worse from Joker's poison coursing through his veins. There's meant to be another one here, and Batman's kind of meant to go through Wonder City and try and figure out clues as to where the ninjas are all hiding. And there's a little section which I quite like, which is where you kind of scan a bunch of Wonder City robots, just like built for this giant World's Fair type thing that was meant to happen a long time ago. It's sort of deep and very specific Batman lore.
There you go.
And yeah, scanning those just kind of summons ninjas, so you got to beat them all up and find the secret entrance.
Yeah, all Rob was talking about is basically what you see on the right side.
Yeah.
Which we skip.
Yeah. Xoneris is finding his own secret entrance.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
There's even more secrets.
So there's this manhole here, and we're gonna cancel that thing as well, but it's a bit awkward. There we go. So now this was basically our secret entrance.
Also, so there is a big massive gate, and way you're meant to get through that big massive gate is to go for a little kind of unskippable cutscene in which Bruce nearly dies, or Batman nearly dies, and then for some reason hallucinates Bruce Wayne's parents, and then the gate opens. Because reasons.
Yeah, but the developers made this a shortcut here, by the way. It looks a little bit wonky, but it's totally intended, I swear.
They just didn't finish making the shortcuts.
Yeah, they just thought for some people they can just use this way, which is cool.
Then let the
So
trials
now we get to meet Talia,
commence.
the daughter of Ra's al Ghul, the guy that we're actually searching. And I'm a fan of Talia.
Thousands of warriors
I hope
have
Chad is
fallen
as
in
well.
pursuit of the demon.
And also, I'm pretty sure
Would-be successors have
Batman
proven to be nothing more than
has
children
a few
trapped in
opinions
the
about
glory
this,
of
I believe.
I've seen worse.
Nothing
Perfect.
can prepare you.
She doesn't call him her lover for no
Destiny
reason.
will decide
Yeah.
your fate.
There's this weird romance going
I
on
won't
between these
fail.
two for some
I
reason,
have
which
heard
I
the words a
never
hundred
quite
times.
understood, because it's
Let us
never
walk
mentioned
through
in the
our
first game, I believe, and it just appears in this game out of nowhere.
It's part of the deeper Batman lore.
Your
Yeah.
journey begins through
It's
this
mostly
door.
due to the fact that Ra's al Ghul is Batman's mentor, and they're both incredibly skilled ninjas.
Great Ra's al Ghul,
They have a lot of common things to bond upon.
demon trial.
This chalice here also very magical, if you can,
Simple.
you will see in just a bit. So Batman drinks from this chalice,
Good.
but it tastes very bad. He throws it away,
Course through your
and he throws it away so hard it just vanishes. Like,
twisting.
where's the chalice? It's gone.
Your next
He
task
threw it
is
through space and time.
follow me through this world, and the trial is complete.
But it seems like the liquor that Batman was drinking gave him some hallucinations, as you can see here. This looks not very
This is not a
normal.
hallucination. This is all real.
Yeah, this is all very, very real. And this is the super deadly parkour course of Ra's al Ghul. His like, if you want a meeting with Ra's al Ghul, you need to traverse this deadly parkour and survive it, and then you grant an like he grants you an audience with him, which is kind of nice. So,
Yeah.
unfortunately, we have to go through this thing real quick. This entire part is a little bit boring, but we'll you know.
The evil that is destroying
So basically, there's like one thing here to avoid, and it's touching anything besides these very obvious blue crystal tower thingies, whatever they are. If you fly into anything or touch the ground or anything, you die, which would be kind of bad. So let's try to avoid that.
Also, flying into the blue pillars is quite deadly as well, depending on how high up you hit it. And then Sad Ninjas.
Wow, I kicked the other guy down. That's interesting. So yeah, the sand guys with the swords are Ra's al Ghul's bodyguards or something. I don't know. We have to fight some of these every now and then. And yeah, now you gotta wait for the sand pit to glow, because that's what sand pits do, right? And you fly into it. And then you are here at the second part of this deadly course. And I think this second part is a good moment for our friend Tiny Tim to say a few words if he has anything to say.
Oh, yes, I've always got something to say. Thank you very much indeed. I would like to thank everybody for watching. We are the Benelux Speedrunner Gathering. We organise bi-monthly gatherings in the Benelux for speedrunners. Due to the situation surrounding COVID-19, we're currently doing our extended BSG online event instead of our week-long annual, with streamers from both the Benelux and the rest of the world bringing you entertainment during the lockdown. We're raising money for Mind, which is a nationwide organisation committed to prevent mental health issues and to support everyone who has dealt with mental health issues themselves or within their family. All of your donations will go to Mind. We would like to thank ESA for supporting the event and for allowing us to stream on their channel.
Exactly.
Cheers. So we've got more Sand Ninjas now. I don't know about you, Xoneris, but I'm starting to get the feeling that there's a chance that Rage might have spiked your drink.
in person. Complete this final challenge. And the
It's a good point.
demon will give
I'm not sure about that.
of eternal
Guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
So yeah, another sand
it
pit
just
here.
feels like it probably wasn't water like he said it was.
I mean, yeah, it definitely was not water. Like, who puts water in like a golden chalice and drinks from it?
Should have known it was suspicious. And he claimed it'd heal you, but you were already at full health when you drank it, so...
Collect your reward.
Yeah. So, we survived his deadly trial, and now we can... he grants us an audience with him. Or like, we can visit Ra's al Ghul finally, and talk about a few very important business matters. Which
This
is
speedrun,
kind
so
of...
we skip the politics.
So let's see if we can get this here. Hey, there we go. There was one. Or two, maybe even. So here we gotta wait because, you know, Ra's al Ghul is not very punctual, I guess. He just... There we go. Drops from 1,000,000 miles up above in the sky. He's fine. And he divides himself into 7 of these sand guys again. Here's a funny little thing. When you throw a smoke grenade, right at the moment he splits, this middle guy will just stop, like, with everything. And the thing is, I can't even punch him, so I'm kind of soft locked, technically. But it turns out if you just slide into him, you can fix it. I would not recommend doing this in a real run, because it kind of loses time. But for a showcase, it's kind of cool to just show how broken this game is.
It's fun.
And yeah. Now we do some talking.
The retcon makes the game a little bit.
He screams loudly because apparently our arguments are not to his liking. And now he has a sword of his own, which he doesn't really accomplish anything with it. Because Batman's gloves are harder than steel, apparently. Oh yeah, by the way, real quick. So here's Talia again. If you liked Talia earlier, you appreciate her more, I guess.
My father is old. His time is
Anyway,
over.
let's not harbor on that
Ours
for
is
too long.
just beginning. Take his blade.
That is some unskippable thing here. Some dialogue.
I think Rach doesn't enjoy your debate because your arguments essentially boil down to because I'm Batman.
I can't do that, Talia.
Then,
You know, isn't wrong.
Yeah, Batman has 2 very strong arguments. His left and his right fist.
His left fist is named Retort.
And now Raz
That's
gets
actually canon.
angry and spawns like 1,000,000 of these sand guys. Which we all gonna take out.
You cannot beat
Hopefully a combo punch will take them out.
Yeah,
So
one punch.
They're all like one hits, essentially.
Man, unlucky. Come on, dude. Yeah, that's about for his little army. Now he shows up again. He wants to do some more negotiations, which we kind of... I mean... There we go. One more. Ow.
Oh, man, he threw batarangs at you. So rude.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of big shuriken. So here's a very important part here. Now I'm gonna quickly switch over to keyboard and mouse, because what I'm about to do only works on keyboard and mouse for God knows why.
Those reasons. Because Batman, and because Batman doesn't care about your physics or how the game works.
So there's technically a rather lengthy cutscene here where you get a new gadget, or rather you had the gadget all along, but you just decide to not use it until now. And we kind of skip that. It's like 2 minutes or so.
It's because the gadget's worthless. It's literally, its only use is for very specific challenges.
True.
The challenge is, use this gadget. Use the reverse batarang.
I thought you were dead.
So hopefully this works.
You.
Oh, very good.
Did you find Raish? Hold on. Your suit's reading
Very nice. So,
Very nice.
What's going on?
Very good.
So, if you remember, we went to Ra's al Ghul out of bounds, and like our way back is basically the same. So, and we're back here again, so that's nice.
A bit quicker.
That
was a very good zip. Doesn't always take you that far.
I mean, in PC it mostly does if your frame rate is on the correct setting, but you know. Yeah, but it turns out this game is kind of a Metroidvania that whenever you accomplish your main task, there just is a shortcut for where you started.
Do you have time for
Alexa.
a donation? Sorry.
See why not?
Sure.
Okay, we have received a €5 anonymous donation that says, "Hello, Xoneris. I'm your biggest fan and from Switzerland as well. Please shout out my friend Connie and make his day."
Oh no. Oh no.
I don't know if that means anything to you.
Yeah, it does. I have a feeling I know who that is.
Arkham. As I speak, there is a new inmate entering my facility.
So yeah, thanks for the donation. Appreciate that. Yeah, so we just got informed that Quincy Sharp, the director of Arkham Asylum, is here now. That's the guy they're laying on the ground, by the way.
Well, he was director. He's now mayor. Because if you presided over a failed insane asylum that essentially births a lot of supervillains, or at least helps them to thrive, then of course you're the mayor.
I guess.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. Oops. Okay. I always like that line. What? Okay, that was weird. Did I just kind of interrupt it? Okay, whatever. Today is a weird run. I don't know what's happening anymore. Like, don't worry about it.
Okay, I won't.
After I got my PB like 3 days ago, I decided to not play this game anymore, which might have been a mistake. I just realized. Anyway, so since
hey, where are you going now?
Exactly. So now that we got some blood from Ra's al Ghul, we're going back to our good old friend Freeze, which is totally not a villain, and we finally gonna get our cure. So we get cured from everything, and Joker as well, and everything else.
Yeah. I really like Mr. Freeze as a character. I'm so glad that he's not a villain in this game.
Yeah.
That'd be quite incongruous with you know, him trying to help you make a cure for the Titan thing.
Please be nice. That is not what was supposed to happen. Please let me just slide.
My slide has a kind of auto aim. You just saw there him kind of sliding in a bit of a circle, so you kind of need to have a goon. If the goons are kind of close to the shutter, then you need to kind of going straight through them. Otherwise,
there we go.
The game just tries to target the goons.
That's what's supposed to look like. Man, why am I playing so bad today? Jesus.
And it's marathons.
So yeah, Mr. Freeze. Unfortunately, turns out he's not a good guy. He's actually a villain. After all, big surprise. So his fight is very unique. So you need to take him like out with like your different gadgets and your different techniques. None of them will work twice in a row. So you need to be crafty and then big brain. And we gotta do this 4 times. It's kind of scripted. Oh wait, this is not. Does this work? Okay.
Oh yeah, no, that's super generous. So yeah, you can use any kind of method of takedown that you would in a predator room, regular predator room.
Yeah, there's like a lot of those.
In fairness to Freeze, he is doing this because you sort of refuse to save his wife. He's currently being held hostage by Joker.
So yeah, if you do this takedown on the stairs for some reason, you do this 180 on the stairs for some reason.
It just looks super cool.
Yeah, it just happens. So yeah, but this fight is kind of scripted. If you get all of the things that you're supposed to, fight is over. Apparently police is searching for Robo there.
Quite possibly, but they haven't found me yet.
So yeah, you do this 4 times, you punch him a bunch in the face, he turns into Joker because logic, reason, video game, Omega lol, and you kind of have a mental breakdown real quick. You get the freeze grenade and we're good. Everything summed up in a few sentences.
So good news, Mr. Freeze made the cure. Everything is better, and yeah, nothing went wrong. Nobody stole it while you were having that fight with Freeze.
Yeah, you just had to negotiate with Freeze a little bit, and negotiating by punching him in the face a few times. It's, wow. Pressing buttons. There we go. So here's a neat little thing that was found a while ago. So technically, there's a long cutscene here with Vicky Vale, the reporter. She's in the helicopter. Her helicopter got shot down. Blah blah blah. Yada yada. Which is kind of unskippable. But you can skip it if you, for some reason, get an auto save for something, and that something in this case is successfully doing a challenge. And that challenge in this case is throwing the remote batarang and catching it again. And earlier back in the day, you kind of needed that batarang for some glitches, but with how things work now, you can save it up until here to skip the cutscene, which is very nice.
Yeah, I mean, before it was sort of used to gain experience, because it's actually worth a hefty bit of experience in and of itself. And then for the 100% run, it was used to successfully skip one of the Riddler rooms, because you could break into one of the Riddler rooms early, but you couldn't get out without that glitch.
You also could do corner cover zips with that earlier.
Yeah, that is the old method of doing that.
Yep, exactly. We also got a little upgrade here with the Bat Claw Disarm, which basically allows you, when you use the claw, to like if you yoink an enemy and the enemy is holding a weapon, you just disarm him, which is kind of useful. And there with Vicky Vale, she is like surrounded by these sniper dudes, and you are supposed to take them out. But like whoa, that was a weird dive. But like the objective is just to disarm them. It's like fine. Like you don't need to knock their teeth out or something. You just need to get rid of their snipers and it's gonna be fine.
Because it's Batman, he makes sure he does not kill the guns. No killing happens. So what's going to happen now is perfectly normal and exactly the way that it's intended you to get back into the steel mill.
Exactly.
The entrance you used last time is now boarded up. You can't go down the chimney anymore. Joker figured out that Santa Claus wasn't coming, and it was kind of mean of Batman to pretend he was Santa to get in. Now he has to use the door instead.
So yeah, we're just gonna use this back entrance, like quite literally the back entrance here. Quickly gonna reset here, save point, because it's otherwise things won't work. And yeah, now we're in the steel mill. This like the place that we first visited when I started the game, where we met Joker for the first time. It's at this area here. It's the exact same area. Everything looks very similar as before, right? Still the same area. Everything absolutely the same. So we're gonna do some navigation here in this totally, completely normal looking area.
Yeah, the game wants you to use the freeze bombs to make floating ice block platforms, to navigate the cooling tunnels, but Batman doesn't physics.
Yep. We're gonna do
unless he wants to.
The different course of action here. Like you can either do that thing with the ice things, or you do this right here. Both are totally like legitimate options in the game.
Yeah. It's more to do with your play style, really.
Yeah. This is kind of the hardcore route, I guess you could say. Should be good. Yeah, should be good. Yeah, this is kind of the hard way, but I like it more because it's faster in the speedrun.
Yeah, it's more of a speedrun, I'd say.
So after you get through this door, you quickly reset. For no particular reason whatsoever.
It's due to the fact that they decided not to put a floor there yet.
Yeah. So now we're back in this Predator room. This is where we saved Stacy. And now there's some more of these guys. Oh, come on, dudes. Please be nice. Yoink. There we go.
These guys have got, like, no chill.
There we go.
Hey, Batman! You took out those idiots
Easy
like
claps.
a man who hasn't only got hours left to live. Well,
So yeah, this is, like I said, you recognize this area. This is at the start of the game. Joker has beefed up security a bit with this sniper guy there who totally does not see us. Oh, he did now. Okay.
Yeah, sniping, no sniping.
It's fine, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Whoops. And yeah, so we're about to face Joker again. Since we now got everything, we got the cure. It's time to, you know...
Technically, Harley got the cure. She's a tricky one. Yeah.
Speedrunners and story, am I right? Lul.
Ugh.
So yeah, these
Harley
two snipers up there, you
yeah.
throw smoke and blind them. They totally don't notice when you go past them. And here's a Joker. With a cutscene. And suddenly he looks way better. For some reason. Weird. Texture glitch or something, I don't know.
Probably.
So you punch him a few times, then he gives up. We won, cool.
I can't take anymore. You win.
Defeated the Joker. Everything is good. And that is definitely the Joker. It's not like...
Me and these guys.
And randomly Clayface or, you know, pretending to be the Joker or anything, 'cause that'd be silly.
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing.
So anyway, this is the longest fight in the game, so we're gonna get some more upgrades here to boost our combo. Here we literally fight against a million dudes.
I see.
So the general strategy in this game is to take out as many of these little goons as possible, as fast as you can with the takedown here with the batarangs. Yeah, there's Mr. Abramovich, the guy we never got to see in the entire speedrun whatsoever, because he doesn't exist until now. Yeah, he's like your highest priority. You use the Bat Swarm to stun everybody around him. Unless you're the big Goliath, because he just doesn't care.
Yeah, Titans don't care about bats, fortunately.
So yeah, you try to take out this guy. There we go. And then you get rid of all the small guys. Oh, wow. Was that everybody? Jeez, that was
That's all of
good.
them.
Then you stun this Joker, please. Can you not? There we go. You take out the big guy. Throw Batarang in Joker's face, and that's the fight, basically. I'm not gonna... Wow, that went good. That went really good. Like, the last takedown, took out like 5 guys at once. That was pretty good.
Yeah. Well, it can happen. Like, when you get the sort of the double counter, that's pretty much the only reason double or triple counters are useful, because they actually knock goons down long enough for you to get them with the multi-batarang takedown. So actually, they don't do any damage, but they keep goons down for a little longer than regular hits.
So yeah, remember guys about the Protocol 10 we talked about 10 hours ago when we started this run? So yeah, that finally has activated, and it turns out Protocol 10 is to just kill everybody inside Arkham City, kinda, sorta. And this is kind of our new biggest priority to get rid of. And that's exactly what we're gonna do now. And we're gonna do that again by going hidden routes that only Batman knows. Because he also was an architect of Arkham City, and he knows all the secret little passages in this prison city. Kinda makes sense, right?
That makes sense. Also, because of his bat vision, he knows which floors are real and which aren't.
Yep.
All super useful skill to have.
Yep.
So, a second for donation? Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, give me a moment.
Yeah, take your time.
There's one funny thing that can happen here. After that, you can go ahead. So... yeah, so we're here, we go through this door, and now, if everything went well, listen very closely.
I don't have time for this.
Exactly. Thank you, Batman.
Thing.
So, yeah, go on, Tim.
Thank you very much. We have received a €5 donation from Patty2 Plays. Remember, don't let your HP hit 0. It's not healthy.
Thanks.
Thank you very much indeed for that generous donation.
Yeah, so, like I said, the main goal is stopping Protocol 10. And now we're gonna use a lot of glitches. So you're supposed to get on top of the tower here. Okay, looks good. Oof, that might... okay, never mind, we made it. So, the freeze grenade we got earlier, turns out it's kind of the most broken gadget in the game, if you know how to use it correctly. And what you can do with it is basically this. This one right here is the reason why you can finish. Like, this game has a new game plus mode. When you finish the game once, you can start again with all of your gadgets already equipped. And if you do a new game plus speedrun, you can finish this game in 20 minutes. Or like less. I think my PB, which is really bad, is like 19 minutes, 20 seconds or something. World record is like 16 minutes or so. Turns out if your objective is to climb a very high tower, and there's a glitch in the game that gives you like infinite elevation, that's kind of very useful.
This glitch is actually really easy to do. Not this specific version of the glitch, which kind of relies on it, but the actual freeze hover itself, because all you really need is any railing that you can perch on that's open at either end or both ends, and you just kind of like go to the end of the railing and start spamming freeze grenades, and Batman will inch forward until he falls off the railing, and instead of falling down like mortals, because Batman doesn't physics,
because he's not a mortal.
Upwards. Yeah, I mean, you know, any chump can fall down off of a railing, but it takes a Batman to fall upwards.
Yeah. And yeah, this is the last thing here. Now we climb the Eiffel Tower. I mean, this thing. Whatever it's called again.
Wonder Tower.
Yeah, exactly.
It's technically called Wonder Tower, but, yeah.
It looks a little bit like the Eiffel Tower, so I don't care. So yeah, you just spam this ice grenade a bunch, and it's cool.
Eventually you get high enough where you can just grapple the rest of the way.
Yeah, you need to be a bit careful. If you grapple up here at the very first possible moment, that's kind of gonna not be good. You need to get at least to a certain height for the most top part of the game to load correctly. That has happened to me in when I learned this game. If you grapple up there too early, like the top part of the tower just kind of doesn't exist. It's just
you can just kind of like
awkward.
stand on the tower and it's just empty.
Yeah. So yeah, now we do some very creative way to get up here. Here's another wreck jump that I need to do to... Oops, that is not what I wanted to do. Damn it. Yeah, wreck jumping is a little bit finicky. Wow, really? Am I here again? Nice. Thanks, game.
The game did not want to save your progress. Yeah, the game wants you to use the cryptographic sequencer to open a vent, crawling through the vent, and then take out the highly trained Tiger Guards guarding Professor Strange in order to make that final confrontation happen. However, if you don't go through the vents, then the guards become distinctly less elite.
There we go.
Because the guards are like up there patrolling the whole time that you're climbing the town. You can kind of see them if you put on detective vision.
Yeah,
but
so
the trigger
these guys
for the guards being able to see you occurs in the vent. Which means Xoneris can do this.
Yeah. So
do you want to show them what happens if you turn on detective mode?
There we go.
Invisible goons. So the goons can't see
vampires.
Batman,
Change my mind.
Exactly, but we can't see the goons either.
Oh, wait.
I think you just ran past one of them.
Yeah, true. So yeah, like Robo said, if you do the things that I just did, these guys just like ignore you.
Strange can see you. It's brilliant. He might call out at some point, "Batman's over there," and the guards won't see you.
True. Ah, there they are.
There's the one.
So I really like this. It's really cool. So especially here. So is he?
Batman's in the room.
So apparently we're now friends with everybody, as you can see. Hey buddy, how's it going? How's the shift going? Good. All right. How's wife and kids?
You're not socially distancing, and you're sick at the moment, dude.
Yeah.
You need to. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sick. So here's one last big brain password. It's a Gotham savior. Very makes a lot of sense, right?
You have not won.
And now this guy.
I, Hugo Strange, am your successor.
Staring Batman right in the face.
Saved Gotham.
And Batman is like,
Oh, Awesome, he saved Gotham.
Batman does not like
that
this.
means our job's done, right? Gotham's been saved.
Yeah.
Cool, roll credits.
Shut this place down.
So yeah, there's only Joker left kinda in the game. But before that, here's a very, very important message from Joker for all of us to witness. So let's listen. Hey everybody, it's your boy Xoneris. If you're watching this, that means we're almost done with my Batman Arkham City speedrun for BSG at home. I hope you all have been enjoying this glitchy, beautiful game. If you thoroughly enjoyed this run so far, consider heading over to twitch.tv/Xoneris and leave me a follow. I would highly appreciate that. But then come back here for the rest of BSG, because we have 4 more days of awesome runs up ahead. I also have 2 more runs during the marathon, by the way. Also, keep donating to Mind. As somebody who has struggled with mental health in the past and still, I think this is a great charity and worth supporting. Stay cute, chat, and hydrated. All right, so you heard the Joker. We know what's left to do.
All air units
We all know what's
cease
left.
attack and return to base immediately. Repeat, return to base immediately.
Nothing unusual just happened. Just Joker telling us what is supposed to happen and what we're supposed to do.
Unskippable cutscene.
Yep, kind of. But just
I mean, it is completely skippable. You can probably alter it if you had the wherewithal. You just can't skip it.
yeah, but just a little reminder for those who like dozed off at the cutscene for some reason. So Talia, our quote-unquote girlfriend, the daughter of Ra's al Ghul, was captured by Joker because plot, I guess, lul. And yeah, we're supposed to save her now. He's in the cinema here, in the.
You can't hear me, right?
And it is hello. Yeah, the movie theater. It is guarded by 7 million of these sniper guys. You have to take all of their sniper toys away, and you can enter. And there we go. Final fight out the game. This guy, which is kind of a letdown, honestly. From all the great villains, this is the end boss. That's kind of lame, but you know, that's just my take.
Yeah. I can see where you're coming from, because Clayface does kind of come out of nowhere. There are like a few clues, which is quite nice that there are kind of clues in the game that you're not going to be fighting Joker. Like yeah, but people did see him as kind of a bit out of nowhere. But then also Joker's a pretty lame character to actually have a one-on-one fight with if you're
I mean,
not,
we already had that, so.
Exactly, yeah.
It was more challenging in Arkham Asylum, but there he had some reasons to be, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, this fight. So, in all 4 corners of this cinema, there are these explosive things. And your main goal is to lure this guy into the corners and then make everything explode, because that will do the most damage to this guy. And one of his attacks is his rolling attack, where he just rolls into it, which is like easy. You just need to dodge out of the way. Oh god, this is not good. This is the second one. Not sure if this is gonna work now. Did I? Oh, still works. Great. So you're gonna lay some of your explosive jelly on the floor right next to the explosive, and when he jumps there, you just explode your jelly, and that should do the trick, which is nice. So that worked perfectly.
That was really, really good. Yeah, he only ever does the rolling attack once. Well, he does it. He keeps doing the rolling attack until he rolls into the explosive powers, at which point he will no longer do the rolling attack during that phase. So we discovered that you can use once discovered that if you position yourself in a specific place, you can use the gel to set off the explosives, which can in turn hurt Clayface. It's kind of finicky, but he runs in a specific cycle. He'll do like 2 attacks and then either a jump or a roll, and then if he did a jump he'll do a roll, if he did a roll he'll do a jump. It's kind of pretty easy to figure out the patterns.
So
yeah.
Very conveniently, by the way, it turns out the movie theater is literally above this the pit of Ra's al Ghul with the eternal life and stuff thing there, the bath that grants you immortality or something. Very, very, very convenient. So yeah, this is kind of the last phase of the boss. So Mr. Tech Guy, get ready on time in like 2 minutes or so maybe. So yeah, now Clayman spawns these clay people, which guards his life bar, which is the orange life bar. And when they are gone, he turns up. You throw more of these ice grenades in his face. And if you stand in this very particular spot that I was just standing in, his shots or whatever he's spitting at you does not hit you for some reason, which is very nice. And you do that like 3 or 4 times and you should be good. And that should be it then.
Someone pointed out to me that these things look like a Pokemon using mud shots, and I can't unsee it now.
Sort of. In one of my streams, like a few days ago, I was debating with people like who would win in a fight, like these clay people or Ra's al Ghul sand people. I was unsure, but then somebody pointed out that the sand people have, you know, they have the sword. All of them are wielding a sword, so that's probably it. So time coming up in just a sec, and there's one last funny thing I can do right here. And no, not time. Hello? There we go, time.
GG.
So you're supposed to enter his mouth, but you skip the animation mid-jump and you just like... And yeah, I mean...
Yeah.
Whatever.
And you just Batman, you Batman it.
Yeah, you just basically Batman it. I forgot to stop my timer, but I think there was a 21:28:40 something, maybe? I believe.
We've got it shown as 1:28:48.
That's fair.
Well done. Brilliant run.
Yeah, I think we can watch this cutscene here for some last quality voice acting right here. It's a very good cutscene, I believe. Yeah, we quickly get to see how Joker might not be as intelligent as everybody thinks he is.
I mean, Joker's intelligent. Just also loves a bit of chaos.
Oh, come on! I killed your girlfriend, poisoned Gotham in hell. It's not even breakfast. But so what? We all know you'll save me.
Every decision you've ever made ends with death and misery. People die. I stop you. You'll just break out and do it again.
Think of it as a running gag. No!
Yeah, this is what I mean. Maybe it was not smart to like stab the knife into the arm where he was holding the antidote. It's just my opinion. Like, it's just my take.
Yeah,
you know.
maybe not, but it is totally in character for Joker.
I want to know something funny. Even after everything you've done,
So,
I would have saved you.
That actually is pretty funny.
I'm providing the lols there.
Try to laugh while you're dying.
Hey, died with a smile on his face.
Yeah, imagine being the voice director for this and telling Mark Hamill, okay, Mark, so I need you to laugh while also dying at the same time. Can you do that?
Mark Hamill, of course he can do it.
I mean, Mark Hamill can do anything, so shout out to Mark Hamill and literally every other voice actor in this game. It's phenomenal. Absolutely great. And this is why I also kind of prefer playing this on English voice acting instead of, you know, the faster one with Spanish or something, whatever. Like 8 seconds, 12, like who cares? I'm still like 20 minutes behind world record on my PB, so I guess I can live with... No, okay, no, it's like 15 minutes by now. But is this the last little bit here? There's a...
Oh yeah, shout out to Catwoman, who is also in this game.
Yeah, Catwoman is indeed in this game. It's not an urban legend.
Just not in this run. It's a separate category for doing runs with Catwoman.
Yep, true. And coming up is the last line of the entire game, which I kind of like.
What the hell happened in there?
It's a very nice closing sentence.
What happened?
Just silently walking away. I just like I like this ending. It's like, just, dude, what happened? So yeah, and here's the credits, and after the credits,
Done.
there's another little cutscene with Catwoman, where you get to see Catwoman again. And since you've done the story now, you can basically explore the rest of this open world and do like the other side quests that you maybe have not done yet. And you can also freely switch with Catwoman now here at this point.
If you've got a
If you have her, of course, which we don't. So
Good luck with that.
So, yeah.
Some enterprising individuals decided to help themselves to my things. I intend to get it all back.
So yeah, for all of you Catwoman lovers, just get to see her a bit. So yeah, that's kind of it.
Xoneris. Nice work.
Yeah, that was. I mean, honestly, it didn't went as well as I was hoping. Like, my PB in this is almost 10 minutes better than what I just did here, but it's okay. I think
some of the tricks in this are so volatile.
Yeah. But anyway, I don't want to keep you guys here any longer. Thanks everybody for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for my co-commentary Robo for some wisdom and insights into the game with his old age and all that thing.
No problem.
Also, thanks for Tiny Tim for the moral support that he always gives me. Shout out to Tiny Tim.
Thank you very
human
much.
being.
A pleasure as always. Thank you for the making one. You are absolutely brilliant as always.
Yeah, thanks ESA. Thanks BSG. It's close. Thanks BSG for having me. I look forward to the other 2 runs that I'm having throughout this marathon. And I think up next is like Spider-Man by my boy Rebel Dragon, I believe, if I remember correctly. So please stay for that. It's gonna be.
Yeah, we've got Stuart Little and Okami first. So, but yeah, Spider-Man will be coming up later on.
Oh yeah, I got it confused. Never mind. Anyway, stay here. Keep hydrated. Stay here, right? Stay hydrated. Stay safe. You know, do all the things. I love y'all. Keep peace, love, happiness. I love y'all. See you later. Bye.
Guys.